Hi everybody, it's me, Carrie, your Stampin' Up! Demonstrator from Farmington Hills, Michigan, here again with a pre-recorded video. If you are considering getting something before celebration ends, I suggest that you hurry because it ends on Monday, February 29th. Happy leap year, by the way. If you're going to go shopping, go to my website, MemoryINKers.com. You can email me at MemoryINKers@gmail.com. If you are shopping and it is February 2024, remember to use this hostess code, B as in boy, H as in Harry, R as in Robert, 44, A as in Apple, G as in George, B as in boy. Okay, that's all the important commercial information, right? All right, so today I am going to be using celebration items to create my card. We're going to be using the Softly Sophisticated bundle, which is a free set with a $100 order until the end of February. You get this beautiful stamp set, which is a two-step stamping. The pieces go together, so it's got some beautiful sentiments on it, but it also comes with this very pretty folder, which I've used several times. I really love it. But we're only going to be using the Hello There stamp today. This paper is, I believe it's called Softly Stippled. Yep, Softly Stippled, and it is also a celebration item available for free with a $50 order. And you can see it's got some really pretty papers in it. And there is a stamp set in the catalog that coordinates with this paper too, by the way. All right. In the annual catalog, you will see this ombre matte decorative dots, which I will be using because I liked the fact that it was matte and these two colors are matching perfectly with what I am doing. This is a piece of wild wheat. This is an in color, and it's one of the in colors that I believe is staying, so that's good. It is cut a regular card size, 5.5 by 8.5, which of course we will fold. You'll want something for the inside. I'm not doing the inside today, and I normally put in a piece of white or vanilla that is 4 by 5.25. From the Designer Series paper, I bought this. It's probably my favorite of the Designer Series paper pieces. It is 4 by 5.25. And we're going to be using the back side of it right here. And this one is 1 3/4 by 4 3/4. So we're going to be using that. We have another piece that I started to paper tear already, just so you guys know. And it is approximately 2 inches by 4 inches. So we're going to be using that, but I'm not going to keep this piece. I know you're all shocked. Then I pre-fussy cut some pieces from another piece of this awesome Designer Series paper. Then I have another piece of wild wheat, which is 4.5 by 2.5, a piece from the Stylish Shapes. It's a 1-inch stitch circle. And then a piece of basic white, which is 4.25 by 2.25. So those are all the pieces that we are going to be using today. So let's get started. So the first thing I want to do is I am going to just use the word hello from this sentiment right here. Okay, so that's the only one I'm going to be using. I'm going to zoom in a little bit so you guys can see what I'm doing. Now, every time I zoom, I get all confused and stuff and end up out of camera range. So I'm going to try to stay in camera range. One of the things I want you to notice is, like I said, I only want the hello, but I'm going to be using Versamark. So see how the T is hanging over the O? So when I have to have issues with that, I start with that area. Trying to see if I'm in camera. And I cover up the T, and I like to kind of squish the tape around that. You're also going to see that I folded the tape over to make it easy to tear it off. Then I can take another piece and cover the rest of the word there, like so. I'm going to grab my embossing buddy and emboss, or dust, I guess I should say, my my little circle, and then use my Versamark pad to ink up the hello, pull off the tape, and then, trying to see where I am in camera, sorry, and then stamp the hello with the Versamark. Now I'm going to emboss that in some basic white embossing powder. I'm going to go ahead and do that while this is on pause, so give me just a minute. Okay, there you go. So now I have the hello embossed in basic white. All right, I am going to zoom back down before I forget so that I can complete this card with you. All right, so I actually copied this card off the demonstrator. The demonstrators have their own Facebook group, and I saw this card on the group and I did not see who actually created it. So I apologize to that person. I know you're out there. So I just want you guys to know it's not exactly like that person's. I have to say that. It's not identical. But you know, like when you see a sketch, a card sketch or a scrapbook page sketch, think about it that way. I actually put the idea in my sketchbook. And so that is where it is. And I either didn't write down or I just didn't see where that was going. All right, so super simple, basic first part. Typical what you're used to seeing me do is put the card or the designer series paper. I know that the blue is my favorite, but I think this is a really pretty background too. I really like it. That paper is very pretty. Okay, and center that on nice and smooth. And then I'm going to put on this piece. It's one thing I like about buying packs of designer series paper is knowing that the colors are going to coordinate just fine. So I'm just going to put this one off a little bit so it's to the left. Okay, there we go. Now I'm going to build up this piece right here. And you can see I started with the tear on the one side, checking my camera angles. And then I'm going to tear on the other side. And I want it to kind of make a slight V look. Like so. Now I have to remember what I'm doing. I think it went that way. I think, hang on. I have to think about this. Nope, it went the other way. It goes this way. All right. So now I'm going to glue this on, and it may not be the perfect size, so I might end up snipping a little bit of it off. We will see. Look, even this blue flowers. Oh, this paper. So pretty. Even if you don't like the stippled rose look, and I'm going to be honest, I wasn't a big fan until I started playing with it. So even if you don't like that, the rest of the paper or the opposite sides are just so pretty. And it's free. You can't really complain about free, right? All right, so I'm tapping it down so that I know that it's straight on this edge. And I can see, oh, look, I have a little schmutz there. That there's a little bit of an edge. So all I'm going to do is cut it off. When I'm doing projects like this, I do prefer to make them a little bit longer because then it helps me, because if it's a little bit shorter, I don't think I would have liked having a white edge on either side. Okay, now I'm going to adhere this to the piece of wild wheat. Like this. So far, super simple, right? Now, like I said, I have pre-cut a bunch of pieces. So now it's a matter of putting them where I want them. So I'm just going to play around a little bit and try to decide. I know I want my hello to be down here like that. So this piece can be there. And then I think I might put that piece up like that. And possibly go like so. So this looks like it's part of that leaf. So I kind of like this basic composition. I hope you guys do too. So I'm going to start with the larger piece. I've got schmutz all over my glass mat. Good thing I have that little chamois, right, that came with it. I love this glass mat. By the way, if you have thought about being a demonstrator, the glass mat is an option to add. It's a glass mat suite, which includes the mat. It includes this tray, which I'm going to have a little trouble pulling over, but this tray, and the large chamois. So you can add that, or you can add an extra $30 to your already awesome $125 worth of product. So that's something to think about. All right, so I've got that. Now I'm going to put a little adhesive on the leaves here. And I know I'm going to tuck that other one in, so I didn't want to get too carried away. And see, I don't know if you guys can see that, but this one's a little curled. I'm so okay with that. It's just going to add a little bit of dimension to my card. So fine with me. Totally fine with me. And I'm moving it over a little bit so you can see the edge here. And then this piece, these are all gluing down flat for now. That one goes there. And then this one here is just going to go up like so. So we've got this going on so far. And then there's this piece, which I am going to add, but I'm going to put glue just on part of it. Because I want that hanging off like so. Plus, I don't know if you can see, but when I cut this, there's a stalk or stem, I mean, and it's cut off. So there we go. That helps cover that up, and it looks like it's growing behind the word. Now, all of this can go up on dimensionals, which I thought I had grabbed, but apparently I did not. So I have my minis handy. So that is what I'm going to use, is my minis. And I will probably use more of them than normal. And I can see I have a little bit of glue on a couple of spots, which I don't really want because I don't want them to press down. So I'm going to grab this extra piece that I tore off, and I'm going to try and scoop some of that up here too. I'm not panicked about it, but and then I'll just make sure by putting a glue dot over that one. So it's a good thing that my minis were what was handy, because those do need to be covered up. And one more right there. Okay. So I also left my take my pick tool, or take your pick tool, on the other table. Of course I did, right? I always do. Even though I have this cool thing from my friend Tamara to put it in, I keep moving it back and forth. I actually just got one of these little backings popped up and stuck to my chapstick on my face. That's funny. All right. I think I got them all. Yep, I did. All right. So now I can put this on my card like that. And I just think it's a really pretty composition. I'm going to grab my take your pick tool. Hold on while I reach back for it. Okay. So I'm just going to grab a few of these fun matte dots, and I'm going to just kind of set them around. And you notice they're like darker, and these are darker than these are. So I think that's kind of fun because that's how these are also, right? They're also a little bit, what's the word I'm looking for? I don't even know. But I like them. So there's 3. I don't think I like that they're in like a diagonal line. That's just weird. So we're going to put you over there. And I think I may grab a few of the small ones as well. Just a couple. Grab a light one and put it right there. So there we go. There is the fun card made with free products, basically. So how cool is that? I hope you guys liked it. I hope you guys had a wonderful week, and I hope you have a great Saturday. And I will see you back here on Tuesday for another Tiny Tip Tuesday. Bye.